Hello, my Voidlings. Welcome back to the Void's Respite, aka my corner of the internet, where today, hopefully, we're going to discover the fate of Dana Roze in Syberia, the world before. So without further ado, let's get back to it. Auden Island. Autumn 2005. Kate travels with the mysterious Colonel Blake to a small island off the coast of Vagan. She may discover shocking and tragic things about Dana there. Warning sign. The great Vagan swans are not only the immortal symbol of our town, they are living and fragile beings. So please do not feed the swans. Wrong and uncontrolled feeding can cause illness and be fatal to them. That is old. So, this should be the location of Baden Sanatorium.
No, I can't go. Bad idea. Can't leave now.
Which, as far as we know, was the last, well...
How the heck do I get myself into these situations?
Not as far as we know. This is the last known location of Dana for us. When we found out she was very pregnant.
These ruins, they look like they're from the Middle Ages or something.
This place is gorgeous. Even though it's decaying. Or maybe especially because it's decaying.
There's something sinister about all this.
Have no fear, Kate Walker. The sun's setting, and you're all alone in an isolated and derelict place.
Why would you say that, Oscar?
Speaking, it is highly improbable that you'll meet anybody, good or bad.
Thank you, Oscar, but please do me a favor. Stop trying to reassure me, would you?
As you wish, Kate Walker.
I feel like I've forgotten half the story and it's only been a week. Fair. I mean, the main points are, we follow Dana here. Leon is in the wind after accidentally killing a man. I mean, he's probably dead by now, but you know. But this is where Dana ended up after getting the message from Leon.
Grim.
I feel like haunted is the best word for it.
This place gives me the creeps. Looks like... Oh, jeez.
What is it, Kate Walker?
This place, it's a cemetery, Oscar. I think
Grave
Dana's...
08.
Oh my god, she must have...
Don't jump to hasty conclusions yet, Kate Walker. You should try and find that spot that Colonel Blake mentioned.
Section 08. Yes, Okay, let's go. Oh my god.
Is there anything that requires my assistance?
Apparently.
I'm gonna need you to be my eyes, Oscar.
Will do. Just call me whenever you need directions.
Wait, but I wanted to look first.
So, bye, again.
I know, Oscar. Section 08 is over there. I don't have time to get lost in that maze.
Sure I do. Again, what's our actual hurry here, Kate? Worst comes to worst, we have to sleep in a cemetery. No big deal. Find the nameplate of donors.
A cemetery. Oh my god.
Donors of the cemetery and of this place, or donors of, like, Kickstarter or something?
Impossible to get through. I'll have to find a way to go round it.
I'm fine with either, but you know.
Illegible. Can you guide me, Oscar?
I do the thinking, she does the walking. Fine by me.
Okay, so is this where I am?
Section O. That's the one Kate Walker needs to reach.
No, Oscar is here. This is where Kate went. So Kate is heading in the right direction. Either that or there's treasure to be found? Nah, no treasure.
Section B. Can you tell me where I am?
What would she do without me?
I don't know. Struggle?
Oscar?
All right, then.
So the X is Oscar. That's just what I'm trying to understand. Is the X Oscar or is the X Kate? It doesn't... It's not moving like it's Kate.
Section F.
F.
I need directions, Oscar!
Okay.
Let's see.
It's not moving like it's Kate, but I know where I am. I'm over here.
It's not here. I need directions.
No, you don't. We're looking for something
Impossible to
else.
It can't be here. Better keep looking.
Kate, I'm gonna need you to chill the fuck out.
I need your eyes, Oscar.
Just leave me a second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's up here.
Section P.
Yeah, O's over there. I know where I'm going. Relax, Kate. We're fine.
Section O. Right over there.
Great. Can you relax now? There is stuff and or things that I wish to discover that are not related to the quest. And that's okay. There it
I
is.
recognize some of the names here. Pretty interesting. But I should get back to what I was doing.
Jan Auer, Isabel Ahn, Marcus Fritzl, Leopold Heilig, Lenny Renner, and Adam Zimmer. See, I knew it'd be up here. Now we can go get what we're here for. See? Ain't that easy? Pickaxe.
The Undertakers must have forgotten it. The Undertakers must have forgotten it. Seems so old. This place must be centuries old. Section M.
We're here, Kate Walker. You can relax.
Illegible. Section O. That's it.
Fine Grave 08.
Anna Roze, 1938. Gone to a better place. Oh no.
It wasn't Donna that died here.
What happened? Dana's health had deteriorated at the sanatorium. Her coughing fits, the pregnancy, and all the stress about Leon being on the run out there in Baltayar. It was just too much for her to bear. The doctors had to put her to sleep before her delivery. There were complications, and when she woke up, her parents told her the terrible news. They had already buried the baby girl.
How come the Brown Shadow didn't go after Dana? They controlled Ostertal back then, right?
Oh, they would have eventually, believe me.
That hurts.
And afterwards?
Not what I was expecting when I showed
Dana
up here.
became sterile because of the complications during childbirth. So she remained at the sanatorium a few months more. She was devastated, poor darling.
That's how she survived the pogroms.
Yes, but that didn't mean she was safe.
So what happened afterwards?
Dana lost everything. Her parents, her baby, Leon. I think she would have just given up if I hadn't been there that day. But I had to go to London. Back then, I used to get invited every year or so to all kinds of artistic events. I could then make out my report to the British Secret Service without arousing the Brown Shadow's suspicion. So I took Dana with me to save her from them.
Look, it's not that I didn't sign up for an emotional gut punch, but that was not what I showed up for this early in my session.
Dana stayed in London for about 6 years. I found her a flat and a position with my real employer, the Foreign Office. She had no family, no friends, and in a way she had no life. She spent every minute she had in the office fighting in her own way against those who took everything from her. She went from one promotion to another, and soon she was among those in charge of coordinating all the resistance fighter groups pertaining to the different occupied countries of Europe.
All right, Dana. Focus. The Admiralty needs us to spot the enemy units on the map according to the reports they provided.
So we report... Special Operations Executive, report of Agent BJB on mission Censored in Censored. Investigation on enemy units, movement, and surface-to-air batteries position. French Western Coast situation. 2 SAM batteries have been spotted towards Dover. A tank division is leaving Cherbourg to reach the SAM near the Brest. The SAM battery near Caen is still active. SAM near Caen is still active. SAM battery, tank division is leaving Cherbourg. Reach SAM battery nest near Brest. Two SAM batteries have been spotted towards Dover. Towards Dover. Hang on, that part doesn't make sense. Or I guess it does. Would put, let's say, in here and here near Calais. Kane is still active. One's at Brest with a tank heading towards it from Cherbourg. Alright. Message from Resistors fighters. Our scouts have confirmed that 2 tank divisions are still positioned in Belgium. Please note that another tank division left for Le Havre. Alright. Belgium. Got 2 tanks. And I guess 1 headed for Le Havre. Which I guess actually means they don't want this here. They want it here. No, wait. I think this is right. Alright, looks like there's one more too. Royal Navy report. Submarine is still positioned in the North Sea. 2 of the 3 submarines positioned in the Celtic Sea have left for Cherbourg. A submarine left Cherbourg to meet with the 1 positioned near Brest in the North Atlantic Ocean. Alright, so in the North Atlantic... Sub. Submarine is still positioned in the North Sea. Two of the 3 in the Celtic Sea have left for Cherbourg. Which means there's 1 still there. A submarine left Cherbourg to meet with the 1 positioned near Brest. Okay, so you're not there right now. I don't think I've done this right. Scouts have confirmed 2 tank divisions are still positioned in Belgium. That is correct. Another tank division left for Le Havre. Okay, so that would put you here. Surface-to-air batteries position. 2 batteries have been spotted towards Dover. That puts them in Calais, unless there's an SAM here.
Looks like I made a mistake on the map.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Looks like I made...
A tank division is leaving Cherbourg to reach the SAM battery nest near Brest. That's the SAM. This is the closest to Cherbourg I can put a tank, so that's gotta be there. The SAM battery near Caen is still active. That would be this one. So now, submarines. A submarine is still positioned in the North Sea. North Sea, Merry Christmas, have a submarine. 2 of the 3 submarines in the Celtic Sea have left for Cherbourg. Which means 1 remains in the Celtic Sea.
Looks like I'm...
Yeah, you don't belong there. I guess these would be the 2 heading for Cherbourg. I guess there would be another submarine here. Okay.
That's it, I guess.
What up, Yunta?
Yunta!
Dana, darling. You can use my real name here, you know.
Sorry, but I just can't get used to it. For me, you'll always be Ginger Yunta.
Charming. I'm sure I have Lenny to thank for that, hmm? You were always too soft on that little brat.
Oh, give her a break. What are you doing here? I'm so glad to see you.
Only doing my duty, Dana, darling. A gallery invited me for a conference, so I jumped at the occasion to report back to our superiors. But it might be the last time for a while, I'm afraid. It's getting very hard to leave the occupied territories, even for a famous so-called pro-brown shadow artist like me.
Damn.
Anyway, how have you been since my last visit?
Truth.
Well, with Leon being missing and probably lying dead somewhere in Baltear for the past 7 years, and what happened to my parents, you know how I feel. But it's all beginning to feel like a dream, Yunta. A distant dream. Especially her. And I don't want it to, you know, I don't want her, my sweet Anna, to just fade away. I'm sorry, Yunta, but could we please change the subject?
Of course, darling.
It is not sepia tone,
What is it?
Angela.
More work for you, actually.
Oh?
Yes. The Allies need someone for an operation with the Resistance in occupied territory, and they think it should be you. But truth be told, Dana, I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
Why not? I did volunteer for field operations. They've trained me a lot for that.
I know, Dana, but this operation will happen in Ostertal, right next to Vagen, actually.
I see.
Look, you don't need to answer me this minute. And no one would blame you if you declined the mission. We all know you don't only have happy memories of Vagen. You still have time to think it over. But before you give your final answer, they need you to identify the resistance group that will execute the operation. It's all explained here. And of course it's all top secret stuff. So you must cross-reference the documents right here in this room. You'll have to use that thing over there.
But I don't know how to use it.
I'm sure that's easy for you. You have such a clever mind, my little virtuoso. I'll see you later.
Well, let's get cracking then.
Alright, what do we got? Repair the pneumatic telegraph, prepare the mission. Directorate of Special Operations, Foreign and Commonwealth Office, London, top secret, mission order, numbers, revision, April 4th, 1944, to SOE Agent Donna Roze. Agent Roze, we need volunteers for a delicate operation with the resistance in one of the occupied countries. A country you know well, Osterthal. If you accept, you'll be dropped near Vagen, so that you can coordinate an exfiltration operation of a civilian and get him into Switzerland. To do so, you will be escorted by one of the main resistance networks in the region. It has obtained excellent results the past few years. Whether you accept or not the mission, we need you to identify that network among other small underground groups active in Osterthal. For reasons of confidentiality, you are not to leave your office until you have done so. We have granted you temporary access to your workstation's pneumatic telegraph, a contribution to the war effort that was given to us by a French engineer. This machine will allow you to claim any relevant documents you might need. We wish you good luck. L. Okay. So why can't you just tell me what the successful resistance group is? Why is that a problem for us?
That must be for mixing the correct proportions of rarefied air in the system with the compressed air. From what I can understand of that thing, the pressure must be high in the left tube, but low in the right one. Compressed air. I think I need to get the mixture right, paying close attention to the rarefied air. That must be for mixing the correct proportions of rarefied air in the system with the compressed air.
Nope. Higher. Little lower. Nope. Too much. Right there. You're not in the
From
grave.
what I can understand of that thing, the pressure must be high in the left tube, but low in the right one.
There we go. Topic, subject, country. Okay. Obtain the list of resistance networks. Need volunteers. Whether you accept or not, we need you to identify that network among other small. Hey, Extric.
The most widely used Allied single-seat fighter plane. I probably owe it my life, like all of us here. The Blitz ended a few years earlier, but now the Brown Shadow is sending us a new death machine. The V2. We're snowed under. The paperwork is piling up, and problems with it. I guess winning a war takes time, and it's something we cruelly lack. Could one imagine anything as insane as the whole wide world at war? And for the second time in barely a generation.
Game's been good so far. We just got delivered an emotional gut punch, and now we're trying to plan a war effort. You know, the usual.
Silly me. Can't be it. Better try something else.
Alright, topics. I need maybe alliances. Resistance. Maybe troops. Maybe networks. Country is Osterfall. Deliver, please. We're just trying to get the information on the resistance.
Silly me. Can't be it. Better try something else.
We need to figure out the resistance, group. I can't even think right now. We'll escorted by one of the main networks. Yep, okay. In the region, it has obtained excellent results, and we need to identify them before we can do that.
Right. Let's see.
There we go. Identify the resistance network in Vagen. But they're all resistance networks. Oh, Vagen. Region, Vagen. Codename... Holy fuck, it's Leon. There are two options here. One, Leon made it back to Vagen and is leading the resistance, or Lenny's a bitch and is going by his name. Leon ain't dead. We never got confirmation he died. He just ran through the mountains. But that's the... Alpine Lover is the nickname we gave to him, and Edelweiss was the nickname he gave to us. Well, we're going back to Vagen, folks.
Edelweiss? A coincidence. It must be a coincidence.
Uh-huh, keep reading.
The network leader's alias.
Come here now, my pretty Edelweiss.
Don't call me that. You know I don't like it.
It's true, though. That's exactly where you are, my
He
pretty
chose
Edelweiss.
his nickname, and this is the result.
If you keep that up, Leon Kobatis, I'll find you a nickname too.
Go on, then.
All right. Your nickname will be Alpine Lover from now on. Leon! He's alive. He's alive.
Some
He's
very,
alive.
very good news.
I need to... Oh, good grief. But how did he... Yunta! Yunta!
We're going on a trip. We're going on a trip. You literally cannot stop me.
So Leon made it from Baltayar. But how?
I have no idea, miss. All I know is that he survived for almost a year in the mountains before coming back to Ostertal to set up the Edelweiss resistance group.
Which made Dana accept the mission you told her about back then, right?
Of course, she was given extra training and was dropped near Vagen the following summer to carry it out. We'd better get going. It looks like the storm is coming.
You go first. I'll meet you at the tram station in a minute.
Of course. Take all the time you need.
Except not literally all the time you need, because, again, storm. You know? There we go. Haven't looked at this in a while. Dear Mrs. Foster, I'm writing this addendum to my earlier report following a visit to the Bridge of Mists in Vagen. Glad to inform you I've managed to pick up Kate Walker's trail. Apparently she broke into what used to be the childhood home of that young woman she's been looking for, Donna Roze. Frau Heigl, the owner of the place, was furious when I questioned her. She had explicitly refused Kate access. Well, yes, and that's how we got in why we got in anyway. Not only did Miss Walker break into her premises, she also uncovered an entire hidden floor of the premises. It had apparently been walled up in haste after the bombings during the liberation of Vagen. As for Frau Heigl, she seemed terrified at the prospect of a tax rise for the previously undeclared livable area that Kate had unblocked, but what struck me was the state of conservation of the place. This hidden floor of bygone days is where Donna Rose's childhood bedroom is located. It had remained virtually intact since the 1930s. The place did look as if it had been ransacked, though, most likely during the pogroms that followed the accession to power of the Brown Shadow in 1938. I also made a sad discovery about the late Anton and Lena Roze, young Donna's parents. They were killed during these pogroms, but the fate of their daughter remains a mystery. Only because you're who knows how long behind us. I now plan to go to the little island in the middle of the Dombre. That's the river that runs through Vagan, because Kate was seen in the company of a strange old lady after her visit to the bridge. Don't worry about it. Come, my little armadillo. Uh-oh.
What the heck?
What is
Well,
it,
that
Kate
seemed
Walker?
uncalled
The
for.
gates, they just closed. Oh, there must be a mechanism to open them somewhere.
There always is, Kate Walker.
That seemed uncalled for. We're on an island in the middle of nowhere. Why on earth are you closing these?
It needs a key. But it doesn't look that strong, though.
So it needs a brick.
It needs a key. But it doesn't look that strong, though.
So what I'm hearing is it wants a key. It needs a brick.
Impossible to get through here. Better find another way.
Another way where?
A dead end. I'll have to go back.
This game needs a longer runtime. Don't really understand why someone would be worried about the runtime of your game.
The Undertakers must store their tools in it.
Oh. Speak of the devils. The lock doesn't need a brick, it needs a pickaxe. The most violent of our mystery mousecatools. Oscar, fetch.
Can you bring that pickaxe closer, Oscar?
Of course, Kate Walker.
We're saying the same thing. There we go. Well done, sir. Wait. Should be able to... Goodbye! No one comes here, right? Leon lived in the mountains for a year. Maybe he lived with that person he came across, the one he helped, but the other guys locked away. Maybe. The abominable snowmen.
Looks like it's compatible with a bigger mechanism.
Perfect. Honestly, it would make the most sense. Odds of him surviving on his own are... I mean, they exist, but they're not the highest. Now the trick is figuring out where that mechanism is. Is it simply what I saw by the gate?
A dead end. I'll have to go back.
Alright, it's probably something by the gate then. Yeah, it's right here. There we go. Return to the guest house by tram with Yunta. Don't you be closing on me again.
You seem disappointed, Kate Walker.
About what?
Well, correct me if I am wrong, but the fact that Dana Roze lost her baby and became sterile disproves your hypothesis that there can be a family link between you, doesn't it?
You're not wrong, Oscar, but I'm just stupidly over-optimistic. I wish I were like you, and not controlled by stupid emotions.
Nice of you to say, I guess.
Sorry, Oscar. That didn't come out so well.
I mean, A, there's adoption, and
These
B...
ruins, they look like they're from the Middle Ages or something.
I don't know, prove it. But mainly A, there is adoption. The family link is still possible. Even if it's not blood.
Are you all right, Miss Walker? Let's take the tram back to the guest house, Miss Walker.
Upsetting discovery. Leave the cemetery. That storm is on its way.
What about that mission Dana led with Leon's resistance network?
It didn't turn out well, Miss Walker. Actually, that's the reason I left London to be here.
Oh?
Yes, just a second, Miss Walker. Where did I put it? What with this blasted storm? It's all over the papers. Here, have a look for yourself.
Storm. Excavation work at Devil's Pass has been interrupted. An unexpected storm has obliged the Council to remove the bodies trapped in the ice since the Second World War, and to move them to the Silberspiegel Refuge.
Oh.
Those frozen bodies near the refuge. I heard about them just yesterday. Do you mean...
There has been no formal identification yet, Miss Walker.
But it's plausible that...
That Leon, at least, is among those bodies, yes.
What happened to Leon?
According to the testimonies I've obtained, Leon was killed on that mission. The Foreign Office tasked Dana to lead an avalanche, apparently. I am one of the few people still alive to be able to identify him, which is why I'm here. If it weren't for this bloody storm, it would have been done today.
Hello, Serenity. How are you doing this evening?
Do you think Dana could be among the bodies?
I suppose it would be logical. It would explain why I never saw or heard of her again after the mission. Yet, according to some witnesses, Dana survived the war and indeed helped resistance fighters from Wagen until the liberation. But if those testimonies were true, then Dana vanished after the war.
Doing alright. Got some work done, got an emotional gut punch from this game, so we're just chilling.
What about the other bodies?
According to the medical examiner's office, in all, 3 bodies have been extracted from the ice. The one presumed to be Leon, and 2 others, a man and a woman not yet identified.
I see.
Try to stay positive, Miss Walker. Only a visual identification will allow us to be certain. We can go as soon as this storm's over, probably tomorrow or the day after.
Right.
I do know the feeling, Serenity. Know it all too well.
Miss Walker, we've arrived. But you're not coming, are you? Well, Miss Walker, you might not be related to Dana, but you bloody well certainly remind me of her.
We literally just have to wait a goddamn day, Kate. What are you doing? This is unnecessary! There's no time. We are not on a deadline!
So, instead of waiting for the storm to pass and
Yes.
for the official identification of the bodies I might add, that were trapped in the ice for 6 decades, you, and by extension me, are going to climb up the mountain so you can identify them yourself.
I know, Oscar, I know. But I've just got to be sure. Because if one of those bodies turns out to be Dana, I...
We'll have no more trains to chase?
You're not on a deadline, but if you stop, what happens? If you stop running after it, you're gonna have to face what's behind. Dear Mrs. Foster, last night I went to the little island of Baden where Kate Walker went after she visited the Bridge of Mist. I can't talk. I lost time in the cemetery where the mechanical entrance gate seemed to follow strict opening times, but I got lost in the maze-like alleys. But I did make an interesting discovery. A grave. It was in the name of a certain Anna Roze. Going by the dates engraved on the sinister-looking headstone, I deduced it was that of a stillborn child. Most probably the daughter of that Dana Roze who Miss Walker is trying to track down. It wasn't the only revelation of that exhausting night, though. I returned to the Dombre guest house where Kate Walker stayed while in Wagen. Frau Wagner, the owner of the establishment, might have been as closed as a clam in solidarity for Kate Walker, but that wasn't the case for her only guest. This was a very old British lady who introduced herself as Colonel Janet Blake. She was quite talkative and confirmed it was she who escorted Miss Walker to the cemetery. It turns out the old lady knew Donna Roze in her youth, when she was acting as a double agent during the war. By day, she was an artist and Brown Shadow propagandist, known by the name of Junta Steinhoff. And by night, she was a member of the British Secret Service. This double identity enabled her to save Miss Roze from the pogroms of 1938 that shook Wagen and led to the death of the girl's parents. It was this Colonel Blake who took the young woman to England and even found her a position in London with her real employer, the Foreign Office. Miss Roze worked there from 1938 to 1944. It was during this period that she found out that her mountaineer lover and father to her dead daughter had survived an expedition which, in 1937, had taken him to the faraway oriental country of Baltayar. What is more surprising is that he returned to create one of the most efficient resistance groups against the Brown Shadow. Donna volunteered to be airdropped into this group on a mission to evacuate a VIP to neighboring Switzerland. However, Colonel Blake confirmed that the operation went terribly wrong. An avalanche apparently wiped out a number of the members of the resistance group. It turns out that these must be the bodies found at Devil's Pass, not far from the refuge of Silberspiegel, which I had visited a short time beforehand. And Kate's gonna make me walk up the fucking mountain again. It appears that when Kate Walker found out about this, she hurried to the refuge to identify the bodies herself. It seems that she was terrified at the idea that the body of Donna Roze could be among them. So she took off to the refuge in the middle of the night during a storm that had hit Vaughan that evening. Colonel Blake, seconded by a discreet nod from Frau Wagner, confirmed to me that she had not seen Kate since. So without further delay, I shall return to the refuge and hope that the second fucking climb off this mountain won't lead to the worst hasn't come of Kate Walker during the unreasonable jaunt in the middle of a blizzard. Because goddamn it, if I walk up the fucking mountain for this.
It looks like it's holding up, despite the storm.
Inspector Crumman, back. Go in.
I don't think it's cold enough for fuel to freeze, but maybe someone should store it inside, just in case.
I'm back!
No one here? It's not that late. I'd have thought Demoiselle Lenny would still be up.
I believe that old people retire early, don't they?
A photo of Leon on a ship. Must have been taken during his return from Baltayar. But I still can't figure out how he survived the winter while he was on the run over there. Lenny also had that newspaper clipping about Leon. Looks like the old girl's built a veritable shrine to him. Another one of those cigars. Demoiselle Lenny had tea with someone. Maybe with that alpinist guy. There's something truly odd going on with Demoiselle Lenny. I really ought to have a little chat with her. But before, the bodies. They're all that count right now.
Key.
Too small for a door.
Key that we're just taking, because why the
Look,
fuck
Oscar!
not?
A distant cousin!
What are you talking about, Kate Walker? And why are you laughing?
Now how, pray tell?
I was hoping to find Demoiselle Lenny here.
This looks weird.
No time
I'm
to
gonna steal
explore the
it.
refuge again. I need to find the frozen bodies. No time to explore the refuge again.
The fuck you
I need
mean?
to find
You
the
think
frozen
they're down
bodies.
here? You think they're outside. Okay. I think Leon's here. No. I think what's-his-face from the expedition is around.
Lenny's left her lookout post. Hardly surprising with this blizzard.
The one who let Leon go in the first place. It's the only one who would look favorably at him.
I'm not gonna get a decent photo in this weather.
You won't know until you try, Kate Walker.
So that's where the avalanche happened that's supposed to have buried Leon during the war. I'm not gonna get a decent photo in... That's where the bodies were found.
The fuck you doing out here, my guy?
What's this?
Oh, it's the frozen bodies from the Devil's Pass. The forensic team had to bring them up here because of the blizzard. But their generator shut off. I'm concerned it could damage the bodies.
Where's Demoiselle Lenny?
Oh, in her room, resting. She collapsed right after the forensic team left for Wagen.
Jeez, what happened?
I'm pretty sure it has to do with the bodies. I mean, she was staring down in that direction for, well, all the time. And then, when they brought them up from the Devil's Pass, it was like she had seen a ghost or something. It was almost as if...
As if she knew the departed.
What?
Is someone taking care of her?
Oh yes, don't worry. She's with that hermit who brings her wood and provisions sometimes.
The who?
Okay, in that case, you go back inside. I'll take care of the generator.
Are you sure?
Positive, just go. Go on. I need to check something in the tent anyway.
Alright, what's wrong with you?
The gas tank's empty. I better find some fuel so I can turn on the generator.
Didn't you come across a jerry can earlier? Better go check it out.
Yes! Thanks, Oscar!
Just what I was thinking, my roly-poly friend. Who's watching us? You know, it also occurs to me, we might not be related to Donna, but we might be somehow related to Leon. Though that doesn't explain a lot, does it? Where's the ripcord on this bad boy? Ah! This is why we steal random keys!
That doesn't work.
Damn it.
There must be something missing here.
Maybe she... That's the only other option, I think. It's either adoption, she wasn't sterile, something, or... I mean, honestly...
Nothing. Speak to me, Oscar!
This button must have turned on the generator, Kate Walker. But you still need to use the starter.
Okay! Thanks, Oscar!
Hang on. There's also a non-zero chance that her parents straight up lied to her. And Anna Roze is not as
No,
dead
I
as
don't
we're
think
led
so.
to believe. Where's the starter?
Look, Oscar! The bodies must be over there!
It's too dark, Kate Walker. We should find a way to light up the tent.
Got the tank all filled. Now I just need to start the generator. I hope the key we found opens the storage box on the generator.
You'll just have to try it, Kate Walker.
There's a storage box. Where?
I've got to get water.
Thank you for the hydrate. I will refill my water as soon as I figured out where this goddamn storage box is. There it is.
Oh, dried biscuits. Wonder how long they've been there.
Yeah. I
Must be
wonder.
to crank up the generator.
Getting a lot of Leon stuff.
Looks like the rescuers left in a hurry after they moved the bodies here. Must have been surprised by the blizzard. Forensics Institute of Vagen. That's not Dana in this body bag.
White man, brown hair, about 50 years of age. There is every reason to believe that this is the body of Harold Exner. Exner was to be exfiltrated by Leon Kobatis, whose remains are also thought to be among the frozen bodies, during a resistance operation. The party was probably swept away by an avalanche in the mid-40s. Coroner report, Leon Kobatis. White man, around 30, fair hair. Body in an exceptional state of preservation after being trapped in ice for many decades. Probably died in an avalanche in the mid-1940s. Everything indicates that this is the body of alpinist and resistance fighter Leon Kobatis, reported missing during a delicate exfiltration operation. His identity should be confirmed by further analysis and a visual identification expected to take place soon.
Leon. It's as if he died yesterday. Like in those stories where people are found perfectly preserved in ice for decades after being carried away by an avalanche. Hard to believe he's been dead for over 60 years. That's quite amazing. And grim at the same time. An unidentified blonde woman in her 40s.
That
That
doesn't
can't be Dana.
sound like Dana. White female, blonde hair with blue eyes, between 40 and 50 years of age. Due to lack of evidence, her identity is impossible to determine with certitude. However, given the presumed identity of the two other bodies found in the ice, there is every reason to believe that this person participated in the resistance operation that was probably swept away by an avalanche in the mid-1940s. It's not our target.
That's it, Oscar. Dana's body is not among those found with Leon's. What a relief.
Now that that's cleared up, Kate Walker, maybe we should take shelter within somewhat more solid premises.
Right. We should go and check on Demoiselle Lenny in the refuge. I have a lot of new questions for her.
I also have questions for the Hermit, if that is amenable to the gate. Good, now can we stop making my controller vibrate, please?
Brrr, that bloody storm.
Hello? Sir?
Are you sure you want to follow that individual, Kate Walker?
Yup.
I don't think he looked threatening. Rather the opposite, Oscar.
Hello, tell me all your secrets.
Sir? Are you there?
The hell did you go? This was their room.
What have we got here?
The meeting. No. No. It... It can't be. Holy shit. Hey, Leon, buddy. Leon brought back the snowman. The one he saved on the Origin expedition came with him when he returned. And he stayed here.
This portrait, it looks like Leon. The style reminds me of that other portrait of him that he described in his letter from Baltayar. The one made by the...
Derna.
the Go-Rune.
No, not Dana. She's old, like me.
I'm Kate. Kate Walker.
Kate Walker.
Yes. And you are... You're the one that Leon saved during the Origin expedition a long time ago, aren't you?
Yes.
The Goran from Baltayar. Well, you've come a long way, Mr.
Ludwig. Ludwig Hardtack.
Well, Mr. Ludwig, if you don't mind my asking, what happened when you and Leon returned to Ostertal to join the Resistance fighters? And how did you meet Dana?
And how did you develop a smoking habit?
Leon. My brother.
These drawings, they're moments from your life, aren't they? Looks like a river. And that little figure looks wounded. Is that you when you met Leon and the scientist from the Origin expedition?
Yes.
That person in the middle of the others was in the other paintings. That's Leon, isn't it?
Yes. Leon.
That group. Is it your tribe, Mr. Ludwig?
Yeah.
So you all live together in a cave in Baltayar? Right. So you and your tribe took Leon in after the death of Reinhard Berger in 1937. That's how he was able to survive the winter in the mountains. Then you went with Leon when he decided to return to Vagen to join the resistance fighters?
Mm-hmm.
The blonde girl with you and Leon can't be Lenny, right?
Yes. Lenny, my sister.
I knew Lenny was a resistance fighter, but she never told me she fought alongside Leon, let alone you. She even went as far as saying that she never saw Leon again after 1937, when they all met at the refuge with Dana.
Lenny's been keeping secrets.
Why would she hide something so important?
To hide him.
Time to check on Lenny. Come, Kate Walker.
He doesn't seem to have full mastery, or maybe he does and just doesn't see the need to employ it all that much, but he's got English down very good.
The sketchbook. I think it was Leon's.
Not the most talkative at all, which is fair. Portrait of Leon by the Go Room. Last night I had the most beautiful dream. Okay, hang on. I skipped everything. 1937 expeditions. Before 1937, one of two. That Summer at the Refuge, 1937. The Mountain Refuge, 1937. Samples from Osterthal's Mountains. The group makes progress. Origin Expedition, Autumn 1937. If only my hand could write what holds my heart. Altair. Living Among the Goruns, Winter 1938. One of two. Two of two. Clandestine Return to Vagen, 1939. Vagen during the occupation. The Edelweiss Network. Last night I had the most beautiful dream. Portrait of Leon by the Goruns.
Detonating wire, just like in the old movies.
Wait. Was that avalanche not an accident?
Weapons. Must have been here since the war, I guess. Weapons. Must have been here since the war, I guess.
So the super resistant does not exist. The Super Resistant. Find the poster of the Super Resistant. The Mountain Murderer. Have you seen this terrorist? 10,000 marks. Reward for information leading to the capture, dead or alive, of one Ludwig Hardtech, better known as the Mountain Murderer. Wanted for murder, dead or alive. He is part of the worst band of rogues Vagan has ever known.
This symbol looks like a warning. Some kind of map. Looks like the Devil Pass to me. Could all those marks indicate where the Gorons searched for Leon's body?
I have no proof. I am just making a guess with that statement. But
These must be plans for secret operations. Must have been some kind of a headquarters here. Maybe for local resistance fighters such as Leon and his group. So much happened to the Gorun since Leon found him in Baltayar. What a life he had. But there are still so many gray areas. I need to learn more from Demoiselle Lenny now.
before that, I need to adjust who I am watching. Hold, please. Por favore. Okay. That was not Lenny's room. Plot twist. Now that we're not rushing, Lenny died on our
I knew you would be back eventually.
Well, you didn't finish your story, old lady, so...
Judging by your face, you and Ludwig already met.
We have. And it raised a lot of questions about you. About what you said to me the first time we met, and about what you didn't say.
Of course. You can run from your past, but never truly escape it. Huh? But you already know that. Don't you, Fräulein?
I want to understand Demoiselle Lenny. I'd like to understand why you didn't tell me about Leon's death, about fighting with him in the Resistance, and about the Gore, and about Mr. Ludwig. It would have saved us both so much time and effort.
Because it would have only begged questions. Questions which lead to events that I've never spoken about to anyone. Not even to you, dear Ludwig.
Lenny.
Still, I suppose it doesn't matter now. Perhaps it's time I confess my crime.
What are you talking about?
It was the best years of my life. Joining the Resistance, unlike my coward of a father, and fighting alongside Leon after he miraculously got back from Baltayar with Ludwig. It gave me purpose.
Boggin Mountains, Silberspiegel Refuge, summer 1944.
Leon was a terrific leader. I could feel he was finally taking me seriously, especially with Dana being missing.
Not a great way to put that.
I knew he was still in love. After all, didn't he cross the globe to rescue her? But we all thought he arrived too late, that Dana had died with her parents during the pogroms.
Until somebody got airdropped in.
So, I believed his mourning would eventually come to an end. And that's when Dana fell from the sky. Literally.
Dana was sent by London, right? To oversee that operation led by your Resistance network? The exfiltration of a civilian to Switzerland, if I recall correctly.
Indeed. But Leon never told us that Dana was involved. Maybe he was afraid to believe it himself.
Put the gun away! There you go. Lenny, now that she's gone forever, I can then a surprise, motherfucker.
You should have seen them, Fräulein. It was as if they had never left each other.
Do you know if Dana ever mentioned a child?
Maybe they were planning to have one in Baltaya, who knows?
In Baltayar?
Yes, that's all they ever talked about. How they were going to live over there after the war, along with Ludwig and his tribe. But it was to be just another broken dream.
Right. I should call London now. My radio's downstairs.
Talk to your allies before you...
Leon's drawing book. I recognize the mountains of Vagen in these drawings. Leon must have drawn them during his expeditions in the region. These drawings date from the summer we met, when I worked here. These landscapes don't look like they're from the Vagen region. Leon must have done these drawings when he was in Baltayar with the Origin expedition. This is a drawing of the Gorons. Herr Gustav housed me here when I worked at the refuge. I have so many fond memories with Leon here. When I left for London with Junta, I never thought I'd see the place again, let alone be here again with Leon.
Oh, thank you for moving me to the other side of the bed. That was very helpful.
The Goron's lair.
It's a weird thing to call a bedroom. But okay, moving past it. looks a lot different now.
Yunta's stash. I doubt I'll find anything of use there to amplify the radio signal.
Why would I need to amplify the radio signal?
Herr Gustav's old radio. I remember we spent many an evening listening to serials when I worked here that summer. This is the transmitter Herr Gustav told me he'd cobbled together to compensate for the wave disturbance caused by the mountains. Should be able to use it for my own radio to contact London.
Okay.
Once this antenna is connected, there must be a way to open it.
Not what I thought we were doing here, but okay.
There must be something else I can plug into it. There must be something else I can plug into it. So Yunta never did come back to retrieve it? Not surprising, really, I suppose, given the fact that World War broke out.
They are stocked up here.
What a mess. Herr Gustav must have turned Yunta's dark room into storeroom after she left.
Oh. Made it back from Vaughan, despite the Brown Shadow's tightening of the curfew. The hardest part was telling Franz's parents their son had been killed in the last operation. Father was especially cut up when I told him he couldn't recover his son's body. Tried to explain that hardtack buries all our fallen in the eternal snow, like in a frozen cemetery. So they become at one with the mountain, and rest in peace beside the fallen brothers in arms, where there's no risk of the Brown Shadow ever finding them and desecrating their graves. Anyway, even though they knew Franz knew the risks, didn't make it any easier for them to accept his death. I tried to reason with the father, and he finally resigned himself to just asking for Franz's effects. I don't see why we would refuse, but I've never been asked this before, so what do you think? Do you think Leon would mind? Probably from Lenny, I'm guessing.
Personal effects in a heap. Can't be a good sign.
Or one of the other randos.
Judging by these installations, Leon's network seems particularly well organized. Pity the same can't be said for all the resistance networks the Foreign Office deals with.
Hello, old friend.
May I? True brothers and sisters in arms. You can sense that the three of them stand together as one. Lenny and the Gorun seem close. It's nice that she's found a friend. Not that Herr Gustav lacked affection for her, but she spent too much time alone in that refuge. The Gorun described Leon as his brother. They must have shared lots of adventures together since Leon saved him from the clutches of Herberger. Your drawings are beautiful.
For you, Dana Rose.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Ludwig. It's almost as if you were there with us that night.
Leon told me.
Did he speak about me?
All the time.
I should go now. Talk to you later, Mr. Ludwig.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like Leon and me in this drawing. The Goron must have drawn it from Leon's accounts of us. If this propaganda against the resistance fighters is anything to go by, the Brown Shadow must be pretty desperate.
Another terrorist sabotage perpetrated by the White Army.
Looks like the Goron must be a nightmare for the Brown Shadow. He must be the super resistant I heard so much about in London. Harold Exner. A scientist with vital information for the war effort, according to the Foreign Office. His cover has recently been blown, which has led to this operation. Better not say anything during the briefing, but apparently, Exner has a reputation for being rather hot-headed.
Oof.
The refuge. The place where it all began between me and Leon. Switzerland. The package will be safe over there. We'll need to cross Devil's Pass with the package in order to reach Switzerland. They say it's not the most daunting pass, but still, you need to be escorted by a professional alpinist.
Which we knew.
The refuge. It'll be the departure point for our expedition into Switzerland tomorrow.
That's my radio. We're not going to touch it yet.
Why did Herr Gustav leave the refuge? Did the Brown Shadow force him?
Because I still wish to speak to my allies. Something else over here?
Herr
Piano's
Gustav's
alive!
piano brings back so many memories. Lenny!
What do you want?
It's amazing how you've grown. How have you been since last time?
Fine, I guess.
I found out that the refuge was closed down by the Brown Shadow a few years ago. Turns out your network did the best of it. But what about Herr Gustav? Is he...
Dead? No, he's not dead. Although, for me, he might just as well be.
I see you're in a mood.
It's quite incredible when I think of you and Leon fighting alongside someone who comes from so far away.
Yeah. After Leon saved him during the expedition in Baltayar, Mr. Ludwig's tribe took him in during the winter months. They became inseparable, like brothers. So much so that Mr. Ludwig insisted on coming back here with Leon. Now he's our most ferocious fighter, the terror of the Brown Shadow.
See you later, Lenny.
Leon after. Never mind, you're a rando. You're not important. Why would I want to talk to you?
Have you called London yet?
No, I gotta talk to people.
Is everything all right, Herr Exner? You seem a little upset. if it's about your exfiltration tomorrow, I can assure you there's nothing to be worried about. Leon is the best for...
I couldn't care less about tomorrow.
So what is it then?
It's my wife, Andrea. It's like I said to your goons there. I can't leave without her.
Your wife? I'm sorry, Herr Exnau, but we have no orders regarding...
I don't care about your orders. I'm not leaving without Andrea. Do you hear me? I won't! You think I'm a bastard, don't you? A selfish bastard ready to risk people's lives to recover the woman he loves. That's what you all think, isn't it?
No, I think you're afraid, that's all. Afraid for you and the woman you love. And fear doesn't usually bring out the best in people.
I take full responsibility for my actions, and I expect no pity in return. But would a little understanding be too much to ask? I mean, what would you do in my shoes? Hmm?
Good question.
What would you do if they asked you to abandon that alpinist you seem to be so fond of for the common good, eh? Because that's what you're asking me to do with Andrea.
I get it.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I suppose if I were in your shoes, I would pull out all the stops to protect those who are dear to me.
I see. Thank you, Fraulein.
Well, everyone seems all right, more or less. I should get back to the radio now.
Alright, London. I know that you dropped me yesterday, but I have made it and did not shoot my boyfriend.
This part of the radio is used to transmit messages. This part of the radio is used to transmit messages. I need my documents so I can find the right setting. They're in a side pocket of my bag. Empty.
I guess you said a side pocket and not the side pocket, huh? Alright, what do we got? Radio note, top secret. Please follow procedure below to contact your liaison officer. To obtain the safety frequency, decipher the contact code below. Please see attached appendix. Okay. Set the resulting safety frequency on the receiver part of your device. Your liaison officer will then communicate on the receiver part of your device a new transmission frequency to decipher. Set this new transmission frequency on the sender part of your device. Use the handset of your device to reach your liaison officer. Alright, so first we need to decode the receiver end. In order to send a message using the radio, please use the correspondence table below. The recipient of the letter will receive their code at the frequency established by the contact code. That's a lot. Okay, hang on. Alright. 2111 is long, short, short, short. BA. BA. 121. 121. Where are you? R. 21. 21. N. Bard. which means I am using the word barn, which is frequency 69. Which I need to set on the receiver.
This part of the radio is used to receive messages.
Nope, that's 7. I think. Kinda hard to tell, to be completely honest.
This part of the radio is used to receive messages.
Barn, 6.9. Set the resulting safety frequency on the receiver part. Your liaison will then communicate on the receiver part of the device a new transmission frequency to decipher. Oh, right. I need to get it.
Maybe Herr Gustav's homemade radio is still around here somewhere.
I don't know, guys. I think the pistol will help make this work, right? That's what tends to make things work here?
It doesn't fit. Looks like there's something wrong with the antenna. Maybe Herr Gustav's homemade radio is still around here somewhere.
Probably wants all 4 then, I'm guessing. Ba-dum-bum. Dear Diary, well, I know. It's been 3 years already that I haven't written anything, ever since I left for the sanatorium near Vagen. It's because my diary must be in the chest in my bedroom where I left it before leaving for my convalescence. So I found this English substitute, in which I write these few lines. I've been living here in London for the past couple of years. This is where Junta brought me after the death of my parents and of my... No. I don't want to talk about her. So it's been 2 years since Junta saved me from the pogroms that followed the annexation of Vagen. Junta the filmmaker, or rather, Janet, as she's really called, turned out to be a double agent working for the Allies. I should have guessed. But the fact is, her leading a double life is what saved my life. Huh. Life. That's what you can call my existence in London for the past 2 years. I spent my days pent up in Junta's flat, only popping out from time to time to pull to the pub down the road to play a few notes on the piano. But it won't bring back my parents, nor Leon. Our daughter neither. During her short visits to London, Junta keeps urging me to pull myself together, saying that I'm depressed and that I ought to see a specialist. What's the point? I must admit, I swore never to write again, but tonight I have nothing else to do. I'm stuck down here in the underground station with hundreds of others. The Brown Shadow has been bombing London almost every night. Feels like I'm being hunted down. It's almost as if the Brown Shadow was trying to flush me out, to hurt me wherever I may be, as if to punish me for having the presumptuousness of escaping from them in Vagen. October 15th, 1940. Well, I survived yet another night bombing raid, but not everyone got away with it. In another underground station, a pipeline was hit by a bomb. The station got flooded. About 60 people died, drowned. There were children among the dead. I just can't bear this feeling of being powerless. I can't stand having to wait for the next tragedy to avoid. I've got to do something. Fight against the Brown Shadow and try, within my modest means, to turn the tide of this 20th century that is becoming so tragic and which seems to be taking great delight in being so cruel to me. September 30th, 1941. So much has changed since I last wrote. Oh damn, almost a year. The last time Junta came to visit, just can't get used to calling her Janet, I asked if she could find me a job so I could participate in the war effort against the Brown Shadow. Yunta must have taken my request as a sign that my mental state is better now, because she immediately set to work to answer my request. Using her connection, she managed to get me a job as military assistant at the Foreign Office, in the department of charge of supervising the resistance groups among the Brown Shadow and all the occupied territories of Europe. I might be just a simple assistant for the moment, but I have every intention of rising through the ranks as far and as quickly as possible. At least this way, being focused on the struggle against the Brown Shadow will take my mind off everything else. Christmas will soon be upon us. It's been 4 years now since Leon was to join me after his departure for Baltayar with the Origin Expedition. Wherever you may be after all this time, rest in peace, my darling Leon. I had the nasty surprise of waking up in the infirmary this morning. I was working really late again last night, and apparently I just passed out. My superiors have threatened me with forced leave if I don't slow down. I know they are right, but I just can't help it. Every minute counts to anyone who wants to triumph over the Brown Shadow. I had a fleeting visit from Yunta yesterday. Officially, she came for an exhibition, unofficially to make out her report to the Foreign Office. Yunta heard about my malaise and my overachievement in my work. I was half expecting her to reprimand me, not in the least. It even came to light that Yunta has pleaded in favor of me participating in field-based operations. Secret military operations. My training begins next week. I'm so excited. It's been over a month since I began training. I feel exhausted, but everything has been going swimmingly. I must admit that at first I was apprehensive about using weapons, but it turns out that I'm quite a dab hand? Needless to say, I'll never be a killing machine, but I do know how to defend myself, and my reflexes are good. So too is my capacity to take the right decisions in emergency situations. And according to my instructor, that's what really counts. Wait, an organization once existed that cared about their workers? No, this is all fiction. Clearly. My trainer was at first doubtful at the idea of training a woman for combat, but given the spectacular results obtained by other female underground fighters in occupied territory, he has become more committed to training them. I've always wondered why these results weren't made public. Anyway, weapons are just a small part of my training. I'm also trained in military equipment, means of communication, tailing methods, and parachuting. All that's left to do now is finish this training and receive my first mission. Can't wait. Most of my field training is done. I'm now only asked to attend the odd training session to keep up to par. So I've returned to my office work while waiting for them to assign me to a mission, and I'm still waiting. I've raised the subject with my superiors, who invariably keep saying they are waiting for the right opportunity. So there's nothing else to do but to wait. I'll just have to sit tight and continue to contribute to the war effort against the Brown Shadow by coordinating the various resistance groups in occupied territory. Dear Diary, not long now before I embark on my mission, so I thought I'd jot down a few thoughts to try to unwind a little. It's been a few months now that I first found out that Leon is alive. And yet I still can hardly believe it's true. Anyway, tomorrow I'll be dropped over the mountains of Vagen. I'll be joining Leon and his resistance fighters at the Silberspiegel Refuge. Funny, that's exactly where we first met, where it all began between us. Herr Gustav will have left, and the place will have been abandoned, only being used as an outpost for the local resistance groups. I ought to feel nervous because of the airdrop, but that's not what worries me at all. Actually, I'm feeling anxious because of the reunion with Leon. Will he remember me? I know that London has informed him I'm the one who's been mandated to supervise the mission. There's no way of knowing how Leon feels about it. Will he still love me? Should I talk about Anna? Or should I spare him the pain of knowing about that awful tragedy? I should point a gun at him. It's the only logical conclusion. I'd better get some sleep, and I need to keep focused on the mission. The civilian I have to escort into Switzerland is essential to the war effort, and therefore to the struggle against the Brown Shadow. That's what I need to be thinking about right now. Not about Leon. But all the same. Leon. After all this time. And what if... And what if I pull a gun on him?
That should boost the signal. Perfect.
Damn, Gustav. Alright. Is that the microphone? Nope, there it is. Homemade satellite of sorts.
Nothing. I should turn the radio on first.
Did I not? There we go.
The signal isn't strong enough. I need to find a way of amplifying it.
I'm sorry, the fuck? What did I just do? What was the point of this? Oh, I'm not done.
The signal is strong enough to reach London now. I need to adjust the frequency settings properly to contact London. I need to adjust the frequency settings properly to contact London.
Oh. Long, short, long. Is the last one. Short, long. One, two, two. Okay, I think I've got it. Yeah, I've got it. Alright, 1221 is P E A peak 8-4. There we go. Alright.
Got to drink water.
Thank you for the hydrate. Let's get on the phone.
London, come in. London? Do you read me? Over. We've made contact. Package safe and sound. I repeat, we've made contact. Package...
Out of the question! I'm not moving from here without her!
London, please wait a moment. Over. What's going on?
You! Tell London I'm not leaving without my wife.
Herr X, now listen,
No, you listen. Andrea is my closest collaborator. With regard to the Allied war effort, she is just as important as me. She is in Wagen as I speak, hiding at some friend's place under a false identity. You must bring her here and smuggle her into Switzerland with me.
There's no way we're going back to Wagen. Brown Shadow troops have overrun the entire town. We can't risk delaying our departure.
A storm coming. Danger.
I'm not moving from here without her.
London, did you hear that? Roger that. Over and out. They say we can't allow Frau Exner to be captured and risk her letting the cat out of the bag.
What are you waiting for then? Send someone to fetch her.
Nope.
Hang on. You're not asking me to.
Sorry, Lenny, we haven't got a choice. Ludwig can't go about in public in Wagen, and I have to prepare everything to get them through Devil's Pass tomorrow. You're the only one I trust enough to...
Why can't she go?
Lenny's right. I'm not known to the Brown Shadow. I can sneak into Wagen incognito this evening and be back in time for...
Out of the question. That's not your mission here. And besides, it's too dangerous.
Leon!
All right, then. I'll go.
Lenny, wait!
Leon's reaction and his unconditional love for Dana drove me mad with rage. So I decided to take my revenge by making a detour. It was a detour I would regret for the rest of my life.
Lenny caused the avalanche.
What did you do?
I made a deal with the devil. No one was supposed to have gotten hurt, I promise. I promise, Fräulein. I just didn't want Leon to leave me forever. To leave with her. But it was a fool's bargain, as I should have known from the beginning.
Lenny, what the fuck did you think would happen? Sorry, boys. Probably should have pushed while you had the chance.
Brown Shadow! But how could they have...
We must leave immediately, before the mountain becomes impassable!
Go through the pass in this weather? Are you mad?
We have no choice, Lenny! It's that or fall into the hands of the Brown Shadow! And we both know what that means! We ought to stay, to buy Leon as much time as we can!
Leon,
She's right, Lenny! Now go! Go! Come! Dana!
No! Don't make this harder than it is!
Dana!
That's why her body wasn't there.
I love you, Leon.
I love you too, Dana, more than anything in the world.
Wait.
Come on, let's go!
No, this isn't what caused... Oh, well, never mind. Yep. You're right. I didn't think this was why she was viewed as a war hero,
Ironic,
but this
isn't it?
is what paralyzed her.
But the worst was yet to come. Who knows how long we fought? Enough for Leon to lead the civilians to the foot of Devil's Path.
Let's go! Oh! If you're gonna shoot, you better hit!
Ludwig has been searching for Leon's remains since then. But it took the thaw due to global warming to uncover the bodies. And with them, my crime. Precisely when you decided to show up, Fraulein.
Lenny.
Dear Ludwig, can you ever
Mr. Ludwig, please!
Don't, Fraulein. I deserve this. Let's get this over with, Fraulein. Let me tell you about the last time I ever saw Dana, and then I'll be done.
Okay, I'm listening.
It was a year after Leon died, just after the liberation of Vagan.
Still she lives. How did your last meeting with her go, then? Hoss! Oh, buddy, old bastard, you! My captain, I am writing to inform you of a troubling incident. Do you remember the prisoner the Reds handed us before they left? A redhead, chatty, an official party artist. She was supposed to go before the military court yesterday for all the propaganda work she did for the Bound Shadow. However, as I prepared to bring her there, a high officer, a Brit, called me over. He said we had the wrong person and ordered me to release her. Since he was of much higher rank, I obeyed, but has since left a bitter taste in my mouth. The Reds were absolutely certain she was guilty, and unsurprisingly, she has vanished since the British officer convinced me to release her. Do you think I have enough of a case to file a report with the military police? I look forward to your wisdom and advice in this matter. Humbly yours, Sergeant Scott Curtis. Don't fucking worry about it. What the fuck's up with you, you bastard?
The little Vagaran scourge. Still clinging on like fleas on a rat, I see. Oh, I was so disappointed I didn't bump into you when we sacked your parents' house. Before we threw them in the Dombra River.
Can I just kick him in the junk? Nah, you don't fucking deserve it. You're not worth it.
Run, rabbit! Run! 'Cause we'll soon be back to finish off scum like you!
You ain't fucking worth it.
Herzawa?
Oh, Fräulein Dana.
What are you doing here?
Well, unlike my former colleagues of the Origin expedition, I refused to be hired by the Allies. So, by the same chalk, I
would,
turned
but
down
she won't.
immunity.
Why would you do that?
Well, all I've ever wanted to do in life is to carry out my anthropological research. But if there's one thing I learned in Baltaya, it's that it can't be done by serving the designs of this or that superpower, not even momentarily. I've had enough of prostituting science. So, I've given myself up to be judged for accepting to be financed by the Brown Shadow.
I see.
I'm sorry about Leon, Fräulein Dana. I know you were close. He, used to talk about you all the time. I'm sorry. I was rather harsh toward him last time we met. He was a good man. I miss him. His integrity.
I miss him too. Herr Sauer,
Yes, Fräulein Dana?
thank you for passing Leon's letter on to me about what happened in Baltayar like you promised you would, despite your own grief. It's proof that you're a man of honor. I wish you well now.
Herr Gustav.
Goodness me, it's you, Dana.
Herr Gustav?
Wish it was still a music academy, eh? I'm at HQ now, you know.
Weren't you the one that Lenny
Yes.
told what happened?
I just visited Lenny.
That's why I've come too. I wanted to see her before I leave. How is she?
Surviving, I suppose. The Allies are taking care of her here in the infirmary. Thank goodness. Special treatment for her exploits in the Resistance. But it's unlikely she'll ever walk again, though.
I'm so sorry for what happened to her. I let Leon die alone, and I couldn't even help Lenny when she got hit during the assault on the refuge.
I understand you, my lovely. I do. But don't blame yourself, eh? Regrets, we all have a few. And some more than others. Especially in times of war, Dana. It's the way of the world. We just have to move on best we can. Maybe if we could all just let the water flow under the bridge, the swans will come back and we'll all be able to live together again. Like we used to.
Would be good, if it's at all possible. And Lenny?
I promise to take good care of her. For the rest of my life. I lost my little girl once. I'm not losing her again. I'll take up my job at the refuge. And I'll adapt it to her handicap. See?
That's nice.
Is everything okay, Dana?
I gotta. It's a bitch move, but I gotta.
Where were you during the occupation? Lenny never mentioned it.
If you want to know, I was cleared by the military court, Dana. It might well have something to do with the fact that I'm the father of a heroine. But all the same, I was cleared of any wrongdoing, you see?
Nah.
Oh, I see. I see very well, Herr Gustav. You have a good day now.
That's it. I'm definitely done with everybody here. I should go and talk to Lenny in the infirmary now.
Since the liberation, everyone in Vagen seems to be looking for someone.
Vagen freed. Vagen patriots smash Brown Shadow and hoist Osterthal flag over the city. Osterthal patriots rebelled against their Brown Shadow conquerors and liberated their capital city of Vagen today. As a massive allied army gathered at the city gates, thousands of besieged partisans stormed Brown Shadow barricades, overpowered the enemy garrisons, and hoisted the Osterthal flag victoriously over the city. The latest word at headquarters was that Allied troops had joined Vagen patriots on the musical square in the heart of the capital, after bitter fighting with Brown Shadow and Vagen collaborationist militiamen. In an extraordinary speech, one Soviet major took the stage among the automatons of the square. He said this great day of liberation would not have happened without the continued war effort of so many, and notably of one Soviet factory in the industrial city of Kamkolzgrad. Situated between Ukraine and Kazakhstan, this factory has been able to maintain its activity of extraction and refinement of heavy metals thanks to its workforce of automatons. The Major added, "It is a fitting conclusion that the very creator of the factory of automatons also created this musical square on which we stand today as free citizens of the world." His name was Hans Vorarlberg. The Vagan radio confirmed late tonight that the Osterthal capital had been liberated, and that the Brown Shadow Commander-in-Chief had signed an unconditional surrender. I'm at a loss for words. Joining Leon at the refuge has opened a new door to a possible bright future. Two of us together in Baltayar with the Goruns. It's a door that the Brown Shadow has been once again fiercely trying to slam shut. It's really too much this time. Vagan, Europe, all this killing spree. It must stop. I'd better go and say farewell to Lenny. I owe it to her. Then I will leave this continent of ruin and death behind me. She goes to America.
Hello, Lenny. I have to leave, Lenny. Every new day in Vagan is like another agony for me since Leon died. I can't face being here anymore. Not now that the town is freed. So, I've decided to leave for America. I'm going to try to start life over. I don't know if I'll do any better in the United States, but I'll have more of a chance of getting by there than here. I'm not abandoning you, Lenny. Ludwig's staying to help you find Leon's body in the mountain. And I'll write to you, often. I won't forget you. I'm so sorry.
So Dana, she never knew what you did?
Indeed.
So did she write to you like she promised? From the United States?
Yes, she did. For the next 40 years.
She's still alive then?
Can't say for sure, but there's a good chance.
Time to go
Can you
home,
explain?
Kate.
No. I've had enough of explaining. Explaining to myself. All I want now is to find some peace, far away from guilt and loneliness. I'm going to rest now.
Fuck you, I'm old. I'm going to bed.
It's not too late to forgive yourself.
Wouldn't know how, even if I wanted to.
You won't know until you try.
Thank you, Fräulein. You'll find the last letter I received from Dana in my automaton. It will give you the answers you're looking for.
Thank you.
The only option, if we look so much like Dana, is she had to have had a kid. Miracle baby, she really wasn't sterile, one of the two, but...
I'll need a special key to open up this automaton.
Let's search somewhere else.
Bitch, where'd you put the key? So the avalanche. The avalanche was an act of nature. A Leon being there.
It's locked.
That was not intentional. Or that was Lenny's fault. That was... because of what she did.
Well done with the generator.
They must have carried Demoiselle Lenny to her room after she collapsed. They must have carried Demoiselle Lenny to her room after she collapsed.
Attack hadn't happened, they could have waited out the weather and left the next day. Exactly, like they were supposed to. It's not even just that they could. No, that's what I want. Give me that. Nope.
Looks like I can change its shape.
The attack hadn't happened, they would have followed orders, they would have waited. Pass would have been a little harder to get to, but they would have had time. No one was supposed to know that they were going. So no one would have been able to stop them, really. But she told her dad.
Ah, it won't fit. I must display the key properly.
What? Oh. Oh, damn.
Things stuck. Looks like there's nothing to do here for now. I should take care of the automaton's heart first. Something important must be hidden behind this lock.
Hey Lenny, why the fuck is your automaton a fucking vault? I mean, respect, but also,
No,
why
it's
is it
not
a
the
vault?
proper setting of the key.
Better try something else.
Things stuck.
Impossible.
There we go. Hey, Oscar.
You should be able to control this body now, Oscar. Let's work together to unlock it and find that letter from Dana.
Ah, a new body. Again. Oh, how basic.
Things stuck. This lock. I think I need to slide the small moving part nearby in order to unlock it. Maybe I could ask for Oscar's help if I get stuck.
Tis better than an armadillo.
Things stuck.
What's opening? Something near the mesh. Oh, unless it's the back.
Things stuck.
I should be able to use this.
Oh, it won't fit. I must display the key properly. No, it's not the proper setting of the key.
Oh. Okay, I see the problem.
Oh, it won't fit. I must display the key properly.
There we go. Okay.
No. Things stuck.
That's the problem, though.
Things stuck.
Because Oscar's leaning the wrong direction. Oh.
No, I don't think so.
I do think so.
I can't go that way.
That's it. I should be able to
Oh, I gotta do both of them? Alright. Now that I'm here, though... No.
I think I can turn the crank now. No, it's not the proper setting of the key.
This is elaborate.
The letter. Spring 1983. Dana sent this letter 20 years ago to Lenny.
Now he looks like a metal puppet.
Dana Goengrish, Manhattan. Her name changed.
The letter. Retrieve Dana's letter from the automaton.
May 21st, 1983. My dear Lenny. Sorry if I haven't written in a long time. Things haven't been easy for me of late.
No, she was sterile. Anna didn't die. Oh, those pieces of shit.
My husband, William Gerngrich, passed away last summer. He was such a remarkable partner and a tremendous support. But as you know, Lenny, there used to be another world for me. The world before. Our world, Lenny. The world of Leon. I've honored my current contracts. But now I feel I need a change.
New York, USA, winter 1983. Now I really want to punch Dana's parents. Because if I'm right, and I'm 99% sure I'm right, they deserve to be punched. A little bit. Have you been down to the cafe concert recently? If you have, then you will have fallen in love with the virtuoso music of a rising star. Her name is Donna, and all we know about her is she came to the United States from her hometown in Central Europe in the aftermath of the war. So if you go down to the cafe concert tonight, you're sure for a big surprise. And this musicologist will be thrilled to bits to be the first to lead you to discover a pure genius before she is swept away to play at the world's greatest stages. But where's the kid? The kid's Kate's, I guess, grandmother at this point? Brought here by the Zimmers? Because the Zimmers were going to America. So her parents fucking lied to her, said the kid was dead, and just sent it with the Zimmers. Which, I mean, I guess to their minor credit, they didn't just, you know, put bluntly, off the kid. Like, they did try to give it a life, but like, that's heartless. That's fucking heartless. And it leads to the question of, was she actually sterile from the complications, or did y'all do something? So yeah, first in line, Nazis. Second in line, Donna's parents. Third in line, Lenny's dad. Fourth in line, probably Lenny. Fifth, we're gonna punch the mountain. Letter from Raymond. Crescendo Entertainment. Dear Donna, my thoughts are with you, as always, during these difficult times, and know I will always be here through the good times and bad. I do understand your sudden desire to let everything go since dear William's passing. I really do. But I must ask you to give it some time before you throw in the towel. True, you are at the height of your fabulous career, but I sincerely believe there is a new and wonderful chapter yet to be written in your book of life. You are so much in demand, it would be such a pity to disappoint all those fans who adore you, and they really do. I hope you will take up this new offer that, of course, we will have happily increased. It's only normal that the artist who made my label should receive all my sincere gratitude not only from the heart, but also from the pocket. I have left the master copy of your latest recording for you to listen to before it goes to press. This is Dana at her very best, and once you've heard it, I hope you'll realize that such talent cannot possibly just walk away from her public. Yours as always, Raymond Pratt, Artistic Agent.
It was a nurse who worked at the maternity ward at Baden Sanatorium before the war, when I spent some time there. She had stumbled upon a letter written by her superior. It was a strange confession written by the chief doctor who was present when I went into labor.
Yep, here it is.
She claimed that the child I gave birth to on April 5th, 1938 was alive, that they had seized the opportunity of me falling into a coma to give my daughter Anna to a couple of friends of my parents, the Zimmers. Anna is alive, Lenny. You can imagine, my dear Lenny, that I spent the following weeks searching for my daughter high and low. It wasn't that difficult, even though my daughter's names had been changed.
Sarah? It's not the nurse's fault. This is Kate's house. Oh yeah, 100%. Again, Donna's parents are just barely below Nazis.
For a while, I just stood there, watching a woman who seemed to be the center of attention. She looked so confident, joyful, and full of life. She was surrounded by charming friends and a couple of old folks who must have been the Zimmers, her adoptive parents. As I was watching my daughter, it appeared clear to me. I was an intruder in the life of Sarah Walker Zimmer.
Our mother.
Mom?
Who is dead now. It all comes full circle.
This young woman didn't look like me, and inspired nothing in me either. No emotion, no desire to run to her and take her in my arms. Absolutely nothing. It felt meaningless. I just did what I thought best in such cases. I took a trip into her assumed past, just to make sure there were no regrets.
past. Contemplate what could have been. Everything about this game is sadness. It's identity. It's finally finding out who you are. And they pulled no punches on the matter. There's gotta be something else, right? It didn't give me my secondary objective.
It's too late. I don't fit in here. It's nothing more than a ghost of what might have been. I should leave.
This is another achievement it's not really gonna give me, is it? Alright, fine. I'll do it later.
I was just about to leave when I heard piano music coming from upstairs. It stopped me in my tracks. Six little notes, pure, crystalline, that crushed my heart with an incredible violence. I climbed the stairs like an automaton, guided by the music of the hymn of Vargan. The music I was so proud to play on the main square of Vargan. I never played it again after that. In a child's bedroom, I saw a little girl learning to play the piano. She was very studious and didn't seem at all surprised to see me there. She must have thought I was just another guest who had lost their way to the bathroom.
You literally met the woman you've been searching for forever. Your real grandmother. Followed in her footsteps in the square.
We hardly spoke. I just showed her how to play. Hands must glide over the keyboard like swans over water. That's what our teachers at Vargan Academy used to say. I hurried out of the house without looking back, and a few days later, I left the United States for the only destination that had any meaning to me. Farewell, my dear Lenny.
Dana.
Well, I will never understand human emotions. I thought you would be happy to have the proof at last that Dana Roze is your ancestor.
I'd totally forgotten that strange old lady who helped me play my piece on Mom's birthday. She was my grandma.
So, what are we going to do now?
I don't know, Oscar. I really don't know. I know I should feel happy to come to the end of this adventure. I found freedom. I kept my promise to Katyusha. And discovered a fascinating part of my mother's past, kept secret until now. But it makes no difference to the guilt I feel over my mom's passing, or the void I feel since her death. Maybe if I had met Dana in person, but that's impossible now. The last trace of Dana I have is this letter, and it's over 20 years old. And besides, Dana implies she left for an unknown destination, like a hiding place, to wait for the end of a life that no longer held any meaning for her. She could be anywhere. That's if she's still alive at all.
She probably
It would be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
She's in Vargan.
So, I don't know, Oscar. I really don't know anymore.
It holds pain, but that is meaning.
There's only one thing left to do, Oscar. What everyone has been expecting me to do since I jumped on the train with Hans. Just be reasonable and return to New York. There's an end to everything, Oscar. Isn't there?
Now the real question is, does the detective man find us before we get back to the United States?
This ticket will take me to the international airport of Vaughan, and from there, back to New York. My carriage number. I should find a phone to call Olivia before I take the shuttle. Given all the trouble waiting for me in New York, I'm gonna need all the help I can get. This is the map of the shuttle. I should be able to use it to find my carriage.
That phone was busy, so we'll use this phone, because everybody else
A
sucks.
ticket validator.
Oh, that's not what this is.
Not sure if this is the right carriage.
It's not.
I better check the number on the ticket.
It's 3, but it said phone.
I mustn't forget to date stamp my ticket properly before showing it to the inspector. The deportation trains left Vaughan from this station during the Second World War. How many lives did those brown shadow barbarians destroy? Is there any justice for those who were massacred?
Okay, now that I know what you are, and that I need to
A ticket validator. I guess I have to use it to set the day.
What day is it? Not sure where to begin. I've just come back from the refuge. I wanted to find out what became of Kate Walker after she went there a few days ago, in the middle of the night, in a blizzard. She went to find out if Donna Rose's body was among those of the resistance fighters found at the foot of Devil's Pass. Found the place abandoned. No trace of Kate Walker, nor of Lenny, the old manageress, nor of her mysterious odd-job man. The only one who was there was a Belgian mountaineer waiting patiently to climb the famous mountain. The mountaineer said he saw Kate Walker at the refuge on the evening of the blizzard. She apparently inspected the tent where the bodies of the frozen resistance fighters were placed. He didn't know what she was doing there, but said she seemed relieved when she came out. It's reasonable to deduce that Donna Rose wasn't among those bodies. There then followed some strange comings and goings. Kate Walker apparently went to Lenny's room with the strange hermit who acts as the old manageress's odd-job man. They apparently stayed there for hours before he eventually came out, apparently looking distraught. Kate Walker came out later, then left the refuge without saying where she was going, but looking deeply perplexed and disheartened. A few hours later, the mountaineer resolved to go and see Lenny. Found her lying in her bed, lifeless. The poor old woman must have died in her sleep. The mountaineer wanted to call the emergency services, but then the hermit returned to the refuge. Ignoring the mountaineer's protest, he tenderly picked up Lenny's body and carried her, along with the frozen body of the resistance fighter, into the mountain. He then disappeared as he carried them into the blizzard. return them to the mountain. I must admit, I'm completely perplexed. Who knows what drama was played out between Kate Walker, Lenny, and her odd job man during that blizzard. I get the feeling Miss Walker must have uncovered some terrible secret during her short stay in Vaughan. A secret that, like an underlying and treacherous illness, had poisoned the region since the 1930s, and one whose common denominator seems to be Donna Roze. But what's the connection with Kate Walker? Why is she taking this whole case so much to heart? It's like there was something personal in it for her. But I may never know, because everyone related to the case is either dead or missing, starting with Kate Walker. I am, as ever, at your service and await your instructions. Respectfully yours, Nick Canton. What's the date? Oh wait, you told me the date at the beginning, and I just
I
fully
need to
was
enter
not.
the default setting on the dials shows the wrong date.
You literally told me what date it was, and I just straight up did not pay attention.
I need to enter today's date to date stamp it. Normally it's written on my ticket.
Oh, that also helps. $12.24. Oh, 11:30.
A ticket validator.
This should not be this complicated.
I'll need some ink before I can stamp it.
What in the budget, Resident Evil? Nah, I mean, it's puzzles, but it's not horror, thankfully. But hi, Jordy. Unnecessary, but kind of cute. Listen, I like it, but also none of this all seems so complicated. And you'll be happy to know, Jordy, I cannot commit floricide here.
My ticket's all set now. I just need to get to my place. This is the right carriage, but the door's still shut.
Please present your ticket.
Okay.
Looks like this mechanism is connected directly to the door.
Thank you. I know I did good, and thank you for looking at me and not at her.
I should use the time remaining before the shuttle leaves to call Olivia and tell her I'm coming home.
There wasn't a phone. There was a phone, and I just went in the wrong direction.
I forgot to drink water.
Will do. Give me 1 second. Alright, scale of 1 to 10. How mad at me is she gonna be?
I need to put in a coin to call Olivia.
It's 2005. A lot of people don't own cell phones. Also, we were in prison for a while. I don't think cell phone was high on the list of things to obtain.
Hello?
Olivia? It's me.
What do you want, Kate? Didn't we say everything last time?
You were right, Olivia. I've been chasing moonbeams ever since my mom died. But I found my grandmother.
Your grandmother? But Kate, she died years ago in New York.
No, I mean my real grandmother. Never mind. It's a long story. I'll explain everything when I get back.
Oh, you mean...
Yes, I'm flying back to New York.
That's wonderful, Kate. I better tell Mr. Canton. He's still on your case, you know. The police will probably be waiting for you at the airport, but don't worry. Dan has connections. I'm sure he'll be able to help. Maybe he can persuade Marston and Lorman to drop the charges.
Okay, thanks. That would be a relief. I gotta go. The airport shuttle's about to leave.
Yes, go ahead. We'll meet you at JFK. I'm proud of you, Kate. You've made the right decision.
Olivia?
Yes?
Listen, I'm truly sorry for everything that's happened since I left New York. It's just that I just had to get away. I needed a change of life, to be free. It was like a calling. And now that I've been following that calling for the past few years, I realize that I'm not the person I thought I was back in New York. I am that strange person who jumps from train to train, a traveler without a destination. Just like that old shaman once called me.
What are you talking about? What shaman?
It doesn't matter now. I guess what really counts is that I have no regrets about being my true self over these past years.
But do you really?
I know, Olivia. I know I've hurt people while going through this journey. My mom, Dan, you. I know that. And I'm so sorry, Olivia, for all the hurt I've caused you personally.
Thank you, Kate. Does me good to hear it. And, well, you know what? I'm starting to like this new Kate.
Girl, shut the fuck up and get on the train.
Listen, I'd better go now, Olivia.
Yeah, you should.
I'll call you if I can from the airport once I've got a flight.
Yes, you'd better get going. You take care, Kate.
Okay, you too. Bye now. Talk later.
I mean, at this point, there's only one question left. Yes! my little carry-on.
So, is this really the end of the journey?
Yes, Oscar. I'm afraid it really is.
No, I need to talk to my little buddy before I look out that window. My little buddy who thinks he's still human.
You look sad, Kate Walker. The train will be leaving soon. Won't the customs officer get nervous at seeing me with you on the flight to New York, Kate Walker?
Don't fucking worry about it, because I ain't leaving you here. I did too much work to get you back. Please don't. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. She's not going to Vagan, she's going to Baltayar.
That's all they ever talked about. How they were going to live over there after the war, along with Ludwig and his tribe.
I left the United States for the only destination that had any meaning for me. Farewell, my dear Lenny.
The only destination that had any meaning.
Kate Walker? Is everything all...
I know where she is, Oscar. I know where Dana went after she left America.
The train for the airport is about to depart. All passengers,
Come on, Oscar, we gotta go.
take your seat. Anyone not going to the airport is kindly asked to leave the train immediately.
Let's go! What is up, Ludwig?
Mr. Ludwig, what are you doing here?
People say Olivia's still waiting for her
Going home.
What about Demoiselle Lenny?
Lenny's gone. In her sleep. Too much guilt. Too much sorrow.
Oh.
I took her in the mountain with Leon. They're together now. What about you, Kate Walker?
I'm going back home too. In a way.
This is the opposite of going back home. Grief accomplished. Get on board for a new destination. Kate, You are kind of the worst, but also... That was really good. All that character development just gone. I don't know. Sat through that phone call for nothing. Okay, a little bit on that one. Still. Thank our family, relatives, and friends for their support during the production of Syberia, in loving memory of our beloved ones. JK, lols. She's gotta find her family. I guess this is how we're doing it. Again, kind of the worst, but also gorgeous. The music, the design, the story, all of it. Love it to death. But that is Syberia, the world before. And unfortunately, I believe that's the last Syberia game because Benoit Sokal is not with us any longer. But who knows? I might look into it. But that is it for both Syberia and our game this evening. Low-key, before I go, I 100% thought that we were just gonna find the grave on the island, and that was gonna be the end of it. And boy, oh boy, was I fucking wrong. And you know what? I'm glad I was. Let's get the music going, and then we will raid out. Let's see. Thank you, Angela. We are going to raid over to Ogre tonight. He's playing some 7 Days to Die, so you know, the raid should give him some fun things to do, like try to survive. Maybe. I don't know. Also, I'm realizing my list is not fully updated. Alright, but yes, we're going to go raid Ogre. So, y'all know the drill. Copy pasta the raid message that's about to appear. They are amazing. Friend of the channel. Cool dude all around. Show him some love. There we go. As always, if you're looking for more entertainment while I'm out in the void, go check out YouTube. And if you want to know when I go live, when I post, or you want to communicate with me, Discord is your friend. But as always, y'all, thank you for coming by. Thank you for supporting me tonight. I hope you had fun. Hope you got something out of it, even if it's just a distraction from reality for a time. And I hope you find your way back to this corner of the void. I'll be waiting. Night, y'all.